Hello, what time frame is best for analyzing stocks for a watch list? I like to use maximum monthly chart. I use maximum daily chart for analyzing stocks for swing trading to see if I want to buy and to sell. But for creating my watch list, I like to use maximum monthly chart. And maximum monthly chart allows you to see a lot of years in front of you to have overall tendency of that stock's chart to see if it's upward stocks or not. So creating our watch list for 2026, we are going to see how many of those are the one we can analyze together. So the first one is BX. And BS is uptrending. We can trace some support lines passing by the valley of the mountain and you can see that we touch base with those lows, obvious lows that you can see, and I think we have this one. It has been on this up 1 2 3 4 5 about 6 years. We have the price on the y-axis from 0 up and the dates from the past to the present on the x-axis. So we have this one that we like to buy at, and right now is on its way to it. So as we are looking at those peak, it reached this peak. 2 years later it exceeded, and so it could well, so and we'll see what it's doing here. But yeah, we are going to keep it on the on our watch list for 2026 and see if we can buy at this support line and sell it at a higher peak. So the next one we are going to do is BLK. So BLK, you can see it is uptrending. So having this maximum monthly chart just allows you to to see the overall of that stocks chart. It's not just about it. It's small time period you are looking at, but you are looking at the pretty much how much far back Think or Swim platform can put the history of this stocks chart in front of you. That way you can judge that companies. We are now using financial indicators or financial analysis here. We are using the chart, and we just want to see how can we judge the quality of these stocks growth by looking at its historical chart. Therefore, we are going to work with maximum monthly chart to see how far we can how to see a lot of a good amount of this history in front of us to use to base our decision on, to see if we want to keep this in our watch list to swing trade. By looking at BLK, is uptrending, and I think this line will be the line we like to buy at. It has been on that line for years now, and I don't think it will come back to this one. So therefore we are going to buy at that line, either one of those two. And now we can look at how peaks is creating those obvious peak. Even though it will breach it before it will reach the peak obvious peak just show for how long after it breached that one, how long it has been on that rise, creating higher highs. But we are just going to compare those higher peak. So 2 years, 3 years, and then it was done and pulled back. So 1, 2, 3 years as well. In fact, 4 years on this one, and because it reached a higher peak here. And but when it's pulling back, it can pull back sharply. We are having those tick at the bottom of those pullback, but yeah, we will keep it. We like to buy at this value line so that we can buy a low and sell a high. So but when we buy, we might have to hold on to it for a while, because when it start going up, it can go up for a while, for a year or so and more, 2 years here, before it was done and pull back. And when it came back to it and start going up, it has been on that rise for 2 years, going to 3 already as well. So again, it's a long-term game here. When you buy at the valley, you can accumulate quite a bit of profit for 2-3 years, let's just say 1-2 years or so, and sell it and get out of it and wait again to buy it at the valley. So it's going to be that time frame before we'll be able to buy it again. So it's going to be a yes for this one. The next one is BNS. Seems to me that I analyzed the stocks already. But so BNS is following this line. Great. So let's look at those highs here. So okay, so 2 years it exceeded. 1, 2, 3 years it exceeded. So 1, 2, 3 years it didn't exceed here though. 1, 2, 3, 4 years it exceeded. So it's kind of is exceeding the previous one little bit, and then it will pull back. So that means when the first reach is when it exceeded the previous one, you can sell. So you'll buy it at the valley and just sell it when the new high is reached. So and it's kind of stable. Does that make sense? It's kind of stable, and the high is here, is on its way there. And technically, even though it's higher up here, we could buy because it is already left that area and has not reached the first high here yet. But then when it reaches it, we will sell it. So, but and for that reason, it could be something that we can purchase a share just to try it, just in case a stock left where we want to buy it but has now reached where we want to sell it. If we want to buy, and when it reaches that area, we just sell it and get out of it. That's something we can test as well to see, you know, how that is. But the bottom line is we'll prefer to buy at the valley line. And instead of saying that where we want to buy it at the valley line, but it left that area already, therefore we are not going to buy it. Those are things we are going to see cases by cases if it's okay for us that yes, it left that valley line and start going up, to buy it, and when it reach that high, we'll just sell it and get out of it. We purchased it in 2025. We purchased it there. Interestingly, we purchased it there. Is it even true? BNS, we purchased it there. No, in 2024. So we purchased it there and we sold it there. So now looking at this like this, putting it into perspective, even though it came back to that level again and start going up, the way we are analyzing it now is when we purchase it here, we could just have left it be and sell it. We sold it for a profit here for sure. It pulled back. It was a good sold, a good sell. But with the way we are doing it now, and which is 2025, that'll be this time frame. Last year we used short upturn and swing trading strategy, and this year we are using long upturn and swing trading strategy. So we with this strategy, buying it at the support line, value line, will just stay until we sell at a new high. So it left there already some months ago, May or so, and is on the rise. But that's just a thought that, well, now we go to maximum daily chart. That is, if we are going to buy something, that's where we will buy. So now looking at it here, yesterday the price pulled back. That's why we have a red price. If we wanted to buy it now, though, if we wanted to buy it now, we are going to get closer and say that, okay, well, when it start going up, we can buy a share there. That'll be one thing that we can try to do. But again, it's optional. It's just to test that theory that could we catch it midpoint. So that, but yeah, so that is, I think we'll keep it in our watch list. So I'm just going to put okay here. And the next one is BK. So maximum monthly chart, we came back to it. So BK, let's see what is going on here. Okay, we have that. We are going to select this line to be the one we would like to buy at. So this high, it took many years before it exceeded, though. That's my thing. So this high, it took quite a bit of years before it exceeded. From that point, it took 3 years before it exceeded. From that point, it took 3 years or so. Now my concern with this stock is it's so higher up that I don't know if it's going to be able to exceed this high point easily. We can add it to the watch list and give it a try. Even that will just be one share and try, but we will buy at this support line. So we will put okay for that. So the next one is AMP. So AMP is on the rise. So this, at some point it could decide to come down here though, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so years it has been on this one. We are going to have it on our watch list. Let's see. A year later it exceeded. That's what I like, when about a year later it's exceeding. It pulled back, went up, but has now exceeded here though. When they pull back, so it pull back again and start going up from there. So it's going to be on our watch list. It start going up from here already. So, but again, is it going to continue following this support line, or is it going to pull back to this one? So let's go back to maximum daily chart and look at it. So that is one that we were thinking about buying, but we didn't purchase it here. As we were looking, it went up and it pulled back. So we are going to keep observing it, and we wanted to see few higher lows around this support line before we get in. So we are going to keep it on our watch list, so for 2026. So this conclude, so pretty much all 5 that we analyzed today are good to add to our watch list, and some of them takes longer to finish their cycle from valley to mountain peak and back to the valley. And some of them, like AMP, they were probably doing it within a year and a half or so, but they were so steep that we don't know if at some point it's going to come back down to this line or not. So time will tell. If we purchase it and it decided to come down, we'll just stay in the trade for that time frame until it come back up. knowing that, I think we are not anxious about it when it happens, but we know that there is a tendency in mind, since this is 5 years, not a decade, it could just be a good growth that it might not trying to sustain after a while, or it might just become the new valley line. Times will tell. So thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you for your comment, and thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninasoup.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where we do not depend on an employer, or where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your account from there. For more of our swing trading tips, or how you can create your own watch list, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video. Thank you for your time.